Alright, what's going on everyone? My name is Chase, and today I'm going to be uploading Fallout 4. I'm going to be showcasing a bunch of mods on the Xbox One to give you a gist of you console players that want to mod stuff, and it's going to be pretty sick. We got some retextures, we got some overhauls, and we got some weapons, so today's going to be a good episode, and let's jump right into it. Alright, the first mod I'm going to showcase is going to be a Pitbull Overhaul, and it's going to be called Nuka-Cola Pitboy by Nukamaj, and you can see it's very clean. It's not all rusty and old and broken like the original Pitboy was. How it was all dark and green and gray. It's all red and white, and I think it looks really nice. This is probably my favorite overhaul for the Pitboy that I've seen. I like the color, I like the imagery, I like all the stuff coming up on the dials, and I just think everything looks really nice with this. And I love like Coca-Cola theme and stuff like that. I have a Coca-Cola blanket right now on my bed. But yeah, this is gonna be the first little overhaul for the Pitboy. I think there's a Coca-Cola Quantum version that might appear in the next video. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is the Nuka-Cola boy or whatever I said. Let's move on. Alright, the first weapon mod I'm going to be showing, we're going to have 3 in this episode. They're all going to be back to back. The first one we're going to start with is the Walther P99 by Trophy Hunter. Now, this is a German striker-fired pistol. I don't know much about it. There is a description of it. It goes through, it's made with polymer, fiberglass, and a bunch of stuff like that. But this is what it's like standard, the damage, and all that kind of stuff. But then again, I forgot to take an account of my level and stuff like that. It says the base damage is going to be 35 at level 1. The weight's going to be 3.3 is going to be the same. The value is going to be the same. The accuracy is going to be the same. And it's going to have like the same mod slots. It doesn't say rate of fire anywhere. But this is a really nice pistol. Really easy to look at. It's pretty clean. I think it has a 10 round mag. I'm not exactly sure. I think it is 10 rounds. And it fires 10 millimeters. And it's really powerful for what it is. I'm going to go ahead and mod it up. So what I like to do, I give it the steel slide. It's a little heavier, but it does a lot more damage. I give it the hardened barrel because I don't like the extended look. I like the original, but this does better range and accuracy and damage. There's a tan version that you can make, so it'll look like this underneath, or you can make it black. It doesn't really change anything. It's all aesthetic. Whatever you like. I like giving it the extended 20 round. I think these drums are really excessive. I don't think these drums should be there at all for this weapon, but whatever you want to use, it's there for fun. There is a glow sight for it, and there are titanium and steel iron sights to match. I give it the steel. The muzzle, I leave it off. I don't like anything on the muzzle. I'm just not that. You can add a scope, which is really stupid. There's rails you can add down here, so you start down here. I give it the 3 steel rails, and I add a flashlight. That's usually all I do. I like it to be bare. You can add bayonets, different grips. You can add the scope, like I said, or a reflex sight. I like to keep it like this, and it ends up coming out to look like this. It's steel, it's clear, and the flashlight actually works with it. If you turn it on, it uses this instead of the Pitboy light. It's kind of it looks like a mixture of both, but it's amazing. And now it's a 20 round, 10 millimeter. It's a really nice pistol, so I definitely recommend downloading it. Alright, the second installment of the gun mods, or weapon mods, or whatever I said, is going to be the M45A1 standalone by Ghost 8909. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, I don't know if I've really touched on it. The 1911 is by far my favorite pistol of all time. Single action, 7 single stack, 45 ACP rounds, and you can see it even runs 45 ACP rounds. It's not replacing the 10 mil or like the 9 mil that they had it set up in Fallout New Vegas. No, it is 45 ACP, and the only thing that's different right now that it really shows is it's sorry. It does 77 damage. You got to remember my level. It is whatever it is, so that's going to be scaled, but the rate of fire should be the same, the value should be the same, the weight, the accuracy, the range, everything standard. You can see there's also versions that you can find or get. I think you can buy it from Artura, same with the P99. I forgot to say that you can find the P99 outside Vault 111, or you can buy it from most weapons dealers. The same thing with M45A1. You'll find them at random weapon dealers and stuff like that. This is such a good looking pistol. I also found one, a normal 1911, like standard, like I'm talking old school, like from 1911, like before World War One, or around World War One, I should say. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go mod this out, and we're just gonna take a look, and I'm gonna show you what I like to put on it. And it's such a nice looking pistol. I love the 1911. So obviously, you gotta go down to the advanced receiver. Also, you can see it adds this little tail right here, and that's actually a grip for the automatic. There are certain pistols that I know from other games. If you've ever played Modern Warfare 2, the MW2 has a Raffica, an M93 Raffica, which is an M9 variant, but it's automatic, and it also has this little grip, and it's just something to hold on to for when it's auto, which is, I think it's really cool that he decided to add that. He decided to add that. Gosh, I can't talk. While you any automatic preset has that, so I think that's really cool. But of course, 1911 has never been made automatic, and so I'll leave it like this. Standard barrel, that's kind of all you got. Standard grip, I go with black. I like the black better. Standard mag, I do quick eject standard. I love the 1911 to be as original as possible, but a quick eject isn't really going to change much. You're going to reload some faster. I don't do anything. I keep the standard sights. The muzzle I keep the same. I like to be bare. The rail, I do put a flashlight because I do want to see in the dark. I want to pull out my flashlight, especially in the Far Harbor and stuff like that. Now, this I think is really cool when it comes to customization. He ended up adding a bunch of different bodies. So standard is black. Well, he put standard as black. Black isn't exactly standard, but we got black. We have a desert body, a winterized body, a woodland body, a silver body, which I like the most. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. Engraved silver, which is just, it's a little too flashy. This is like Hitman status right here, like wanted maybe. I don't need that. I like it to be classic. We got a gold for, I don't know, for comedic purposes, and if you want to roll around in gold or something. And we have an engraved gold one, which is just retarded looking. Like it looks insane. It's insane. I ran it for a little while. I like the two tones when it comes to the engraved ones. I wish you could have a silver one that's like a two-tone too, but I keep it silver. I like the like Vietnam War status 1911, and that's basically 1911. It comes out to pretty good damage, and this ends up what it looks like. It ends up running like a sort of like a 10mm. I'm not exactly what pistol this is supposed to represent, but it's a 45 ACP 7-sound mag, and it reloads pretty normal. Flashlight comes on, flashlight works, sights line up fine. You know, just a really good looking pistol. So I would recommend downloading it for sure. You can buy it anywhere, from most vendors at least. And yeah, now we're gonna move on to the third and final weapon mod. The weapon's gonna be the MK14 EBR by Dazerfong. This is the Xbox One edition. He has one that's a standard for PC as well. And this is it, fully stripped stock, iron sight, everything. You can see, obviously the damage is gonna be scaled. My level, 85. It runs 308 rounds, which is not what it actually shoots, but you know, that's the closest. Does have good power, all that kind of stuff. Fire rate's alright, the range is gonna be, all that stuff's gonna be the same, the value. And it looks like it was taken straight out of Modern Warfare 3, like Call of Duty. If you guys have ever played Modern Warfare 3, this looks exactly like what it was stripped out of. The iron sights line up really nice. That's just what it reminds me of it so much, just looking at the gun, and especially when you see it with the attachments. So we're gonna go ahead and move over and go check out the attachments real quick.
Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing, I ain't heard.
Alright, so the MK14, you can make it auto if you really wanted to. I'm not a fan of the auto. I go with the advanced receiver. I want it the most power. I want to stay at, you know, like that. You can add the long barrel, which I like. I like the range. I like all that kind of stuff. Now it gets a little more technical with the stocks. This is the original. Then you have this one with other stuff. Like this guy took a long time to really research the weapon and see what else it runs. But you have like a few things, and then I always do the mod too. This is just, I think it's the best one for me. I don't ever hit fire with this stuff. But then this is why I think that he like took it out of MW3, because it's so spot on with MW3. You got the EOTech sight. You have the EOTech with a magnifier. That's kind of what threw it off for me. You have this other like future sight. I don't know. I've never used it. I've never used this either. You have a scope, and then there's a giant scope that I've never used before. Pretty cool. I've never tried to use it at long distance. I like the magnifier. I like the close range. The barrel you cannot take off. It has to be suppressed, muzzle braked, or flash hider. I put the flash hider on. I don't want to see the muzzle flash. This, I don't change anything. There's, I don't know, I'll put on like the XR 308, but you can have Vault Tech reticles and stuff like that, you know, just for comedic, you know, whatever. I'll have the deployable magnifier on, which actually does magnify. You can see the accuracy goes up. It actually does magnify the sight, which I think is really cool. Put the flashlight for when it's dark. Recoil I leave at 0%, but then I have the damage to 80 because you can. I don't know why this is here, but you can scale the damage up. 214 is crazy, and the recoil you can make it like none, but I like to see the recoil. I think it's more, you know, I just really like to see the recoil. It shows really what the power's like. It kind of takes a while to pull out sometimes, but this is what it looks like. The flashlight is actually really scaled well for how far it is on the gun. Really bright, like LED, really nice. And then you can see this is what the sight put on. This is actually really sick. That's supposed to be, you can see where like it drop off distances and stuff, and Fallout really had that. But it actually zooms. Sounds pretty nice. And it's based off of the combat rifle as far as I know. I don't know what the sound is like, but it's what it's based off of. But it's really, really nice, and I would definitely recommend downloading it if you want a realistic weapon on the Xbox One, just like the other two pistols that I showed prior. They're all really good, and there's different ammo types, so they all work really well. Even if you wanted to use them legitly, they're really, really sick. So recommend for sure. The first overhaul mod I'm going to be showing today is going to be the Custom Sanctuary Overhaul by Wriggles96, and this is basically a mod to leave the empty lots as empty lots, whatever was like broken here, broken houses and stuff, or empty lots. But all the other houses are back to the pre-war right after you made your character. They're all identical to what they were, but the only thing that has changed is that their insides are the same as the houses that were here after. So they have the broken houses are gone and the pre-wars are there. They still have the same fencing there were. Like I said, that the lots are still left empty if there's a bunch of broken stuff. They took down some of the bushes and stuff from the other one, and they put all the flowers and the way the grass is and a bunch of square bushes like the original, and you know, made it look really nice and, you know, really normal. And then they also replaced the wooden bridge with a working, more normal cement one from pre-war. I don't remember like noticing this when I was running to the vault, but they added this bridge, and it just shows like it would be here. Like it just looks like it would be right here where this is, instead of that crappy wooden one. But yeah, that's gonna be basically the whole thing. I would say if you want something that's not really immersive, but it will give you a kind of change in your environment, you could definitely install this mod, the Custom Overhaul. I like it a lot. I like my sanctuary to look like this instead of being all broken and, you know, whatnot. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Alright, this mod is gonna be a cheat mod, so just bear with me. This is gonna be for people that are New Game Plus and that don't really want to work for all their stuff again if they're trying to get into a new game and they just want to mess around with mods on a different save so they don't mess with theirs. This is going to be the cheat menu Ultimate Holotape menu by Nexus AU. And so this basically brings up a holotape that appears in the root cellar at Sanctuary. If you don't know where it is, you come past these houses over here, and there's going to be a root cellar back here. And inside here, there's going to be a holotape, where I'm going to show you where it's going to be. There's going to be a holotape sitting right here on this shelf. And so all you're going to do is you're going to go into your inventory, you're going to go to your miscellaneous, you're going to go to cheat menu, load it up, and then in here it has all your excess inventory, everything you'd need. You know, it says what's new. It says there's more stuff to come in the future, but there's a bunch of items. You can get caps, you can get quest items that you don't want to do quests for. You can get all the material items, the ammo, the weapons. You can spawn companions. You can spawn an epic behemoth that'll be your thing, or legendary albino deathclaw to be your companion. And then you could also add perk points and other random stuff like clear the weather, because why not? Who wants to be on a cloudy day? But that's kind of all I wanted to show. That's just for people that really want to, I don't know, enjoy the game, instead of having to go through it again just to do a bunch of mods and whatnot. I would say this is one of the most endorsed on the Xbox right now, so it should be really easy to find. But yeah. Alright everyone, this is going to be the final mod that I'm going to be showing, and this is going to be called Green in the Commonwealth by Gadogred or Gadogred. I'm going to say Gadogred. It's G-A-D-O-G-R-E-D. It's all one word. And this is basically, you know, what it says. It adds a bunch of green to everywhere. So this is the red rocket. Normally, you know, there's a shitload of concrete everywhere. Everything's usually dead in the Commonwealth. But if you want something to look a little different, hold on, I gotta kill these things because they want to ruin my mod review showcase things that I'm doing. God, it's bad not playing with the UI. This is what the red rocket looks like. You know, there's a bunch of green everywhere. Rip your frame rate. But everything else is still in place of the original one. But the only thing that's different is the green everywhere. It's like, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, this just makes it so there's green everywhere in the Commonwealth. Brings a bunch of life, makes it less apocalypse-y, or whatever you want to call it. It reminds me of Skyrim a lot, especially the Skyrim overhauls for mods and stuff like that. But this is basically going to wrap up all the Fallout mods for this week or day, or I don't know when I'm going to start uploading these more, but they're all going to be Xbox One Fallout mods. So if, you know, all you console players want to get into the mods, I'll show you some of the ones that I like to do or use all the time, and show you new ones that come out and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see more Fallout mods, leave a like, comment down below what kind of mods you want to see, armors and maybe other new Pip-Boy things or weapons or, you know, what have you. Just go ahead and comment that down below. Other than that, I've been Chase, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.